If I wanted to launch a car on 2026, I should have already started the activity by 2020. When an OEM wants to launch a particular product to the market, the first activity what they do is research of the market.
Hi, Mr. Subbu. How are you?
Hello, ma'am. I'm fine. How are you all?
We're all great.
Thank you.
So, here's a question for you. How do manufacturers, automakers, decide what type of vehicle they want to launch?
This is a very small question which demands a detailed answer because it is such a detailed activity. Say, for example, whenever there is a movie being taken, no, the shooting period is only 30 to 60 days on an average. But the pre-production works take a lot of duration. Now, even today, we are talking about some movie which had a pre-production of 10 years of lifetime. Similarly, be it any product, not only car, be it any product, when an OEM wants to launch a particular product to the market, the first activity what they do is research of the market. How do they research? They research using a process called benchmarking. What is benchmarking? Studying your competitors. It is not like copying what they do. It is like studying first what they have done in the market. Today, if I wanted to launch a car in Indian market, if I am an OEM, I would most probably choose a sub 4 meter SUV. That is a compact SUV segment because that is what is selling more. So who are all my competitors? I would say Kia is a bigger competitor today. Hyundai might be one competitor. Suzuki, Toyota, etc. etc. There are quite a lot of competitors who are doing this compact SUV segment, which is actually the biggest player today in the market. So now I have this information. After which I'll need to know where am I going to produce this part. Say now I have decided that I want to get into Indian market. So I know what type of vehicle, and now the third point is where am I going to have my facility to produce. Why do I need this information is because I will not produce all the components. Instead, I will assemble all the components. So where is the supplier base rich? Where do we have a lot of supplier base? Of course, we are talking about procuring components all over world, mostly all over India, if my car is getting produced in India, right? But still, there are some critical components which will go with respect to the production line. So those suppliers should actually be very close to the plant, right? So whenever there is an OEM getting established, the major high runners, what are high runners? The component which goes in mass numbers are generally kept as suppliers who are staying around this production facility. So now I'll have to look for the location. What is that location? Location is the geography where I'm going to keep my production facility. Above all, when this research is going on, parallelly there is another set of research happening on the product itself. Now I'm talking about a compact SUV. This compact SUV, what features can be added? What features need not be added? What feature is presently doing good in market? Everybody, for us it was not very famous to have CarPlay or Android Auto before. But today CarPlay and Android Auto becomes a mandatory feature for anybody who gets inside the car to use their infotainment system. Similarly, driver airbag wasn't mandatory at all before. Today, everybody is looking for an airbag system. At least for the front row airbag system, people are looking for. So this is the level of study what will parallelly happen together with this geography or the type of vehicle. After this, people will shortlist about the price. When they know who their competitors are, they will also target what could be the price where they got to place the vehicle. Once that is decided, then the project cost is decided, and then they go ahead in producing or developing this product from the concept to design, right? So for the concept to be framed, you will need these many informations before, as a bare minimum, to take your pen and put it on the paper, right? So this is a very brief introduction about what an OEM does, but this pre-production activity alone takes around 2 to 3 years time, and then when it comes into series, it will have another 3 years of activity. So if I wanted to launch a car on 2026, I should have already started the activity by 2020. And the person who is involved in this research activity should be very much proactive in forecasting what the market is. It is not an easy job. There are a lot of cars which went into failure. right? But there are also a lot of cars which was a huge success, and that is how it is. And this is not only specific for cars. I am telling you 6 years of study for cars, but if it is a smaller product like a marker, you don't need 6 years, instead you need 6 months time. If I'm talking about a pen or a paper, it might not need that level of time also, but the process is simple. You will have to know the market first, benchmark your competitors, place your product correctly in between, and then launch it. So this is a kind of a very brief introduction about what an OEM does to idealize or conceptualize a car and produce it in a particular market.